Ethan had been in a coma for years in an old asylum, forgotten by all. His heart monitor was the only sound in his room. Everything changed when a new patient, Daniel, arrived and was placed in the room next to Ethan. Soon, Daniel started having vivid dreams of Ethan trying to speak. Feeling a strange connection, Daniel began investigating. To his shock, he found out that Ethan had disappeared from his hometown years ago, and Daniel's own family might have been involved. Daniel discovered that Ethan's disappearance was connected to his own family. That night, Ethan woke from his coma. "Your family did this to me," Ethan whispered. Daniel's heart raced. Was it true? His family had always been secretive. Suddenly, Daniel collapsed. As his mind faded, Ethan uttered, "You're not one of them either." In horror, Daniel realized the truth. He wasn't part of the family he thought he knew. Darkness enveloped him as he slipped into an endless coma, just like Ethan. Daniel's vision blurred as darkness engulfed him. He felt himself slipping away, just like Ethan. His body lay motionless, trapped in an unending coma. The hospital returned to its usual stillness, unaware of the secret that now bound Daniel and Ethan. Doctors searched for answers but found none. Daniel had uncovered a truth too dangerous to reveal. His family's curse had claimed him, just as it had Ethan. Now, both men lay side by side, prisoners of the asylum, their fates sealed in silence. Weeks passed, and no one visited Daniel, just as no one had visited Ethan. The hospital staff wrote it off as another mystery, another patient lost to the depths of unconsciousness. But something lingered in the air, something sinister. The truth about Daniel's family and their dark involvement in Ethan's coma remained hidden. The asylum had claimed another soul, and the cycle would continue, waiting for its next victim. The endless silence of the asylum was never truly empty. Ethan and Daniel's rooms. One night, a nurse passing by heard whispers but found nothing. The staff didn't realize Ethan and Daniel were connected. Both in comas, their link grew stronger, bound by a dark family curse. The hospital's quiet halls now hid more than silence. Something sinister was at play, but no one knew the depth of the secret lurking between the two men, lost to time. Unknown to the doctors and nurses, Daniel and Ethan were connected beyond the physical realm. In their shared dreamscape, they wandered through endless halls of memories, some theirs, others belonging to people they'd never met. Both were trapped, searching for answers about the dark secrets that had ensnared them. But every door they opened in this dream world led them deeper into the truth about the family's curse. They had become part of something much larger, and escape seemed impossible. In the dream, Daniel and Ethan wandered through twisted halls. "What is this place?" Daniel asked. Ethan sighed. "It's the truth, we weren't meant to know." As they moved forward, flashes of memories appeared, some theirs, some unknown. Each step revealed the dark secret: Daniel's family was responsible. They had trapped Ethan, and now Daniel was caught too. This wasn't just a nightmare, it was a curse, and they were both its prisoners. Suddenly, a door appeared, glowing faintly at the end of the corridor. Both men hesitated, sensing that whatever was behind that door would reveal everything. They exchanged a glance, then stepped forward together. The door creaked open, revealing a room filled with old photographs and journals. Daniel's heart sank as he recognized faces: his parents, grandparents, and Ethan. He flipped through the pages of an ancient journal, each entry detailing the family's sinister practices. His family had used dark magic to bind souls, feeding off their pain and trapping them in eternal sleep. Daniel's hands shook as he read the journal's final entry. It revealed a ritual his family had performed, sacrificing innocent souls to gain power: Ethan's soul, and now his own. His family had trapped them both in this nightmare to maintain their twisted legacy. Ethan stared at the photographs, his face filled with sorrow. "I've been trapped here for years, waiting for someone to end it," he said. "But you were never part of their plan, Daniel." Daniel's heart sank. "If I'm not part of them, why am I here?" he asked. Ethan shook his head. "You weren't meant to be sacrificed, but now you're trapped like me." Before Daniel could respond, the room started to shift, the walls cracking. The dream was collapsing, pulling them into darkness. Daniel panicked, looking for an escape, but Ethan stood still. "There's no way out," Ethan whispered, his voice fading as the shadows closed in around them. As the dreamscape crumbled, Daniel desperately searched for a way out. Shadows crept closer. Suddenly, he heard a voice. It was his mother's. "Daniel?" she called. Ethan's face went pale. "Don't listen to her," he warned. "She's part of this." But Daniel couldn't resist. He stepped toward the voice, calling out, "What do you want from me?" The voice grew louder. "You were never meant to know. Now that you do, there's no turning back." Darkness swallowed everything. Daniel was pulled into a memory that wasn't his own. He saw his mother standing over Ethan, performing a ritual. She wasn't saving him, she was trapping him. The truth hit Daniel. His family had bound Ethan to maintain their power, and now they had done the same to him. The room around him dissolved into shadows. Daniel realized that he was just another victim of his family's dark legacy, destined to remain trapped forever in this cursed dreamscape, just like Ethan.